Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Judge and everyone. My name is Ahmad Fahri Ramadan, and today I'm going to present about how to study effectively as a student. Studying itself feels so daunting and really tiring if you always used to do it. So studying itself, like I said before, it's really hard. It's taking time and definitely not someone else's hobbies. But what if I tell you I can make study more better? Like making you understand it more, memorizing it more, and even making you not burning out after finishing a study session. And here I'm going to bring three methods with its own content for memorizing, understanding, and not burning out. So let's start begin. I have three methods, like I said before. The first is Feynman method, understanding by teaching, then the Pomodoro technique, then the spaced repetition, which you're repeating it more and more, and then lastly is the Pomodoro technique, is to do it 25 minutes, then taking a break for 5 minutes. So let's begin by the first one. Feynman technique. The Feynman technique itself, invented by Richard Feynman in 1980s. He is a physicist and a Nobel Prize winner, and he one day found a groundbreaking way of studying, which simply by teaching it to understanding it. So how do we do it? First is to pick a subject to study. For example, the neural system, all of them inside like the functional, the dendrites, and all of them. Then after that, after we studying it and simplifying it, we try to teach it to someone else, probably a little bit. My little sibling, for example, after I teach it, that person will give us a feedback, let's say a question or do something that, oh, I can understand that. And that's what are we going to cover in the first part. Now, after we cover what we forget, let's say I can really explain well about the swan cell after we studying it again and resimplifying it. We're going to teach it again until we understand. Until we understand what are we going to understand. What are we going to study? So, like I said before, this subject is really good for for a subject that requires you to understand, such as science, chemistry, mathematics, physics, or that require you to understand a formula instead of remembering it. So, moving on to the second way, which instead of understanding is to memorizing the end of the spaced repetition. Invented by German philosopher Hermann Ebbinghaus in 1880s, he find a simple technique which find a simple result where the less a person review a subject, the more they will forget about it. So using a little paper like what I bring here, he wrote the question on top and the answer below. He able to create what called a flashcard. By using this spaced repetition, he created a new way of memorizing a subject. So how do we do it? First, go pick a paper, write the question on top and the answer below. Let's say I'm going to write who is the proclamator on the Indonesia's independence, and then the below is Sukarno. Then I'm going to make 9 more questions, so I have 10 questions now, and I will put it in a card. I will mix it together like I'm playing a card game. After I mix it, I'm going to put it on the table. I pick one, I read the question, and if my answer is wrong, then I'm going to place it back in the file. But if I get it right, I'm going to put it in the other part. Where if I repeat it until I can have all these files in here to here, which means I understand it all. So this method itself is really good if you really need to memorize the subject instead of understanding it, like history or sociology or social studies itself. But what if I get tired from this book? What if I want a way of studying where I'm not going to be tired and I'm finished? Well, then your answer is the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique, invented by Francesco Cirillo, a university student in Italy back in 1970. He found his 22 second kitchen timer with a 25-minute set And then he thought, what if I made a studying method where I study for 25 minutes and I'm going to take a rest for 5 minutes, thus it is a 30 minutes time frame. And I'm going to name it tomato in Italian, the Pomodoro technique. So, like what he stated before, the Pomodoro technique itself requires you to study for 25 minutes and take a rest for 5 minutes. So, how do we do that in the larger picture? So first, go pick a subject to study. Let's say you either reading it or doing that 2 minutes before. Do it for 25 minutes until the 25th minute, you take a break for 5 minutes. Make sure that this break is not something that will make you distracted, such as scrolling or using your phone. Ensure that it was something like going outside or going to the toilet or talking to your parents. And after that, go back at it again for another 25 minutes and then taking the 5 minutes break again, repeat it until you fit the time frame of, let's say, 4 hours or 3 hours. So, in conclusion, it's possible to study without getting yourself burned out and also understanding it and memorizing it better. If we mix those three methods together, you can create a really, really great way of studying.